Education has always been my passion. As a child, I used to have a teaching set where I would line up my stuffed animals and pretend that I was the teacher. I would create name tags, write on the whiteboard, and make assignments complete with grades. Pair this with my love for English and all things reading and writing, and you can imagine that I was pretty excited to find out that I would be working with a student over the course of a semester, reading a novel and working on different literacy and comprehension strategies with them. On the first day, I was pretty unsure of what to expect, but I was ready for whatever was going to be headed my way. I was introduced to two students, Student A and Student B. Both students were quiet and open with their dislike for reading and writing. While I was a bit apprehensive about this at first, I figured that everything would work out and maybe they would even find themselves enjoying the book A Dog's Journey. Student A is an 8th grader at Eastern High School. He enjoys video games and electronics and is often playing on the computer when I walk in each week. He has made it very clear that he dislikes reading and told me that he never reads outside of school and that none of the school subjects interest him. However, as the semester has progressed, he has finally opened up, telling me what I have known all along. While reading and writing may not interest him, it is clear that science and math likely interest him because of how much he enjoys video games. Also, when he is at home, he enjoys going outside, which can contribute to a love of science as well. I think that if this was a different book, more geared towards science, social studies, or nature, he would have had a very different semester. Student A is a good reader, although he has trouble recalling main points just because he is not interested in the text. As a result, it is hard for him to go deeper in his thinking and consider what an event means for the story and how it will affect the text. However, when I prompt him, he is able to do both of these things, so I think that his lack of interest in the book really contributes to this. According to the Modified Cognitive Model, Student A does much better when we set a specific purpose for our reading, which he is able to answer at the end. Student B is also an 8th grader. She is quiet and enjoys crocheting with her grandma in her free time. She is much more realistic with the amount that she reads, telling me that she reads articles online usually every other day. She also does not like reading, although she has taken a much greater interest in the book and activities and has been more willing than Student A when it comes to the 1 hour that we spend together each week. Like Student A, she is also a good reader. Similarly, she does well with comprehension when she is given a specific purpose for her reading. According to the Modified Cognitive Model, I have noticed Student B struggling with recollection of background knowledge. I think that this stems from the fact that she often misses our reading times, so it is hard for her to always be aware of what is going on in the book and how each plot point builds upon the ones before it. In order to aid with this, I created main point sheets for each student, which recall the most important events of each chapter. I did this because it is often hard to remember everything when we meet only once a week, and since she has been absent several times throughout the semester. This challenge that has been presented to me by having two students who have differing skills and interests in the book has allowed me to grow professionally as an educator. It has also allowed my students to grow in their comprehension, although they may not always be enjoying the book that we have been working on. I am really glad that I got to do this, and I am excited for my future as a teacher.